Aquarius, welcome back to the channel. Monica Love here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing your reading from the 4th to the 10th of April. Now this is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you, there will be a link in the description box for the extended. So Sagittarius, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future. I'm going to be clarifying the cards and pulling some advice. Your challenge here, Sagittarius, is the Empress, and what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, so Sagittarius, your biggest challenge here is the Empress. You right now are all about growth. You know, you're nurturing something or wanting to nurture something. You may find it difficult to nurture some sort of situation in your life. Perhaps you're a mother, or you're dealing with your mother, or maybe you're having a child. Whatever the case may be here, even if you're not having a child, you may be trying to create some sort of idea here. We're going to clarify the Empress and see why it's your challenge here in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the Page of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Judgment. There's definitely something here in the past about making a decision. You were definitely contemplating or analyzing some sort of new direction that you wanted to take here. There was definitely a major wake-up call, major awakening that happened here about a new direction that maybe you were planning on wanting to take in the past. We're going to clarify this and get more information for you in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. So I do see in the present moment, a lot of you are working through something. I feel like this situation that you're working through has a lot to do with some sort of spiritual awakening that's happening. For others of you, you'd stop talking to a specific person, or there's been a lack of communication between you and a specific person, and you've been very much focused on your work in order to avoid this separation or avoid the lack of communication that's happening. I do also see in the present moment someone here wants to possibly get clear on things with you, especially with the Ace of Swords here. We're going to find out more in a moment. In the near future, you have the Queen of Cups, the Emperor, and the Two of Pentacles. So in the near future, I do see someone here wanting to balance things out, okay, by a decision that needs to be made. Now, oftentimes the Two of Pentacles talks to me about a decision that has to be made, or bringing some sort of situation here back into balance in order to bring about stability. I do feel that there is going to be an offer of love in the near future, and we're going to find out more about that in a moment. Now, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Wands, Nine of Wands, Seven of Cups, the Magician, the Tower, the Three of Cups. All right, so Sagittarius, what you don't see coming for many of you is after a significant Tower moment that happened in your life, you are going to have an opportunity to rebuild something here. And the reason why you are going to have an opportunity to finally rebuild a certain aspect of your life is because for many of you with the Seven of Cups here in reverse, you're finally getting out of this place of confusion, uncertainty. You are finally giving up on something, like you're completely giving up on it. You're no longer interested in it anymore. I do feel like this is a home. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. Take it as it resonates. There's a specific thing here in your life that you know is not stable for you anymore. And this situation that you are potentially detaching yourself from is actually very much connected to why you haven't been able to manifest what it is that you want. Some of you have been feeling blockages, and you've been trying to make sense of why something here hasn't really been working for you. And it has a lot to do with some sort of relationship in your past that didn't work out, that you knew deep down within yourself, I'm not reconciling with this person. They're just not for me. There's something here about you identifying a certain relationship or situation in your life that's just not for you. This is why you've withdrawn from it. However, a lot of you withdrew from the situation and you ended up going back to it, even though you knew subconsciously it wasn't good for you. So now that you're realizing, you know what, I'm done. I don't need this. I'm going to move on. You're actually making room for you to be able to manifest what it is that you truly want and seek. All right, so let's get into your reading and let's see what is going on for you. Let's clarify your challenge. Okay, so your biggest challenge here is the Empress, which is clarified by the Four of Wands, the Justice, and the Wheel of Fortune all in reverse. So your biggest challenge here, Sagittarius, has a lot to do with something here in your life that you know you need to set right. It hasn't been fair. There's been a lack of justice in the situation. And in order for you to be able to completely grow and thrive in some sort of situation, there's something here about a missed opportunity or a lesson that you need to learn. And a lot of you may not want to confront this situation, but your biggest challenge here is going to have a lot to do with you being able to, one, set something right, two, bring your home or your family situation. There's something here about a home or a marriage back into balance, back into stability in order for you to seek the benefits and rewards from the situation. Because there's something here about you wanting a situation in your life to grow, and it hasn't been easy for you to be able to completely move forward and for things to move forward. So this could have a lot to do with your relationships. This could have a lot to do with a specific relationship that you're dealing with that needs to be brought back into fairness in order for you to reap the benefits that are attached to this growth that you seek. Okay, so bringing something here back into balance and fairness is going to be your challenge. Now let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify the Two of Wands for Sagittarius in the recent past. Wow, cards are flying out. So there's really important messages for you that you need to hear. They're just coming right out. For you. Why is the Two of Wands here for Sagittarius in the recent past? The Two of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Six of Wands. I do feel like in the recent past there was a conflict or an argument that you and a specific person that you really love had. And this conflict really led to a decision that needed to be made. It's like, what needs to change? If this doesn't change, maybe there's going to possibly be a separation. Maybe I need to disconnect from you. Maybe there's a way that we can bring success and happiness to this connection. So I feel like a conflict that you had, Sagittarius, was really concrete. It was really concrete in the way that, yes, you know, nobody wants to be in conflict. Nobody wants to be in a place of arguing. But the reason why this conflict happened in the past for many of you is because a realignment needed to happen. And there's something here about you after this argument or conflict, really, you know, sending some sort of message to you like, okay, yeah, maybe we need to move into this new direction. Maybe I need to do this differently. Maybe I need to do that. And there was definitely some sort of major awakening that you experienced in the past. And the only reason why this awakening happened for you was because there was a conflict. So conflicts aren't always a bad thing. Sometimes conflicts really help us to recognize what needs to be realigned within our life. And I feel like that's what happened here in the recent past. Now, in the present moment, I do feel like there is a disconnection. Somebody here is not talking or there's a lack of communication. And we're going to clarify and see why that is in a moment. But first, I want to clarify the Eight of Pentacles. What's the important message here for Sagittarius in the present moment? So the Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Ten of Swords, the Strength, and the Eight of Cups. Some of you are choosing to walk away from a job, or someone is choosing to walk away from you in a relationship. Either way, there's something here that is no longer bringing you satisfaction, and it is coming to an end. And you've needed to have a lot of strength. It's been very painful and difficult for you to deal with some sort of ending here. But this ending is happening because for many of you, you're not satisfied anymore. There's something here you're no longer satisfied with. It doesn't really fulfill you. And that's why you're choosing to walk away from it and disconnect. And it hasn't been easy for you to do this, but this is what I'm seeing. Tell me more about the High Priestess in the present moment for Sagittarius. The High Priestess is clarified by the Queen of Swords, the Star, and the Knight of Wands. So in the present moment, for many of you, I'm really strongly getting there's something here about someone here being disconnected from you. It could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I am also getting a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or a Pisces. There's definitely silence here. There's a lack of communication. And this could be the reason why this person's choosing to end things and walk away, because there really isn't any clarity or truth in terms of what is going to happen in the future. And that's not going to resonate with everyone, but that's what I'm seeing here in the present moment. So someone here wants truth and clarity. What is going to happen moving forward? Why are you walking away? Tell me more about the Ace of Swords. What's the important message for Sagittarius in the present moment? The Ace of Swords is clarified by the Page of Swords. You have the High Priestess and the Page of Cups. So in the present moment, I'm really strongly getting the reason why there's still a very strong separation. First of all, I just want to say this. If there is a separation right now in the present moment, you're still thinking about someone, they're still thinking about you. But even though there's still a strong spiritual bond between you and this person think differently. You have different goals, you have different paths in terms of where you both want to go. And even though there is a lot of love here in the present moment, you still need to identify if this is something that is for you. Is it still working the way that you want to? And if it's not, that could be the reason why someone here is detaching or letting go of it. So there's a lot to learn here in the present moment as to why something here isn't functioning maybe the way that you want it to. All right. So this is what I'm seeing in the present moment. Now, in the near future, there's a decision that has to be made. I do feel like this decision, Sagittarius, has a lot to do with your stability and possibly a love offer that's coming in. Tell me more about this person, Queen of Cups, here in the near future for Sagittarius. So the Queen of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Four of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So in the near future, there's definitely a brand new beginning that is going to be happening for you. I do feel like this water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, could be trying to have a new beginning with you. They could be trying to offer you an opportunity here. Could be with a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Someone here is not interested in the near future. Okay. And again, this situation can go either way because the Two of Pentacles is here. So even though I'm saying someone here is not interested, over time, they may change their mind based on that. And the reason why this person may change their mind, intuitively, I'm getting that, is because of the amount of stability that is connected to this offer of love that's coming in the near future. Tell me more about the Two of Pentacles for Sagittarius in the near future. So the Two of Pentacles is clarified by the World, the Hierophant, and the Two of Cups. So in the near future, you need to decide if a relationship that you are in the near future is for you and if you want to remain connected to it. Some of you may decide to completely end things. You may completely decide to end this indecisiveness. There's something here about indecisiveness when it comes to a marriage, commitment, or relationship that's coming in for you. So there's a very big option that you're going to have to choose. Is this for me? Is it not for me? Do I want this? Do I not want this? Big decision here in the near future, especially if you've had some sort of conflict or issue within some sort of relationship here. Okay, so tell me more about the Emperor for Sagittarius in the near future. What's the important message here for Sagittarius? So the Emperor is clarified by the Page of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. So in the near future, for many of you, I'm really strongly getting that there is going to be an opportunity here for you to finally release yourself. If you've been in a situation where you feel isolated, you feel alone, things aren't working for you, there's constantly this energy here of feeling like you're in confinement, you are slowly going to have an opportunity to release yourself from this. But Sagittarius, you have to identify the opportunities that are showing up for you in the near future, because some of you have major opportunities, but you choose to remain being in a place of confinement, or you choose to miss these opportunities, and you don't have anybody else to blame but yourself. That's why you need to be ready for the opportunities that are showing up for you, especially in the month of April, while we're in Aries season. So let's get some advice for you. What is the advice? So the advice for you is the Four of Pentacles. You have the Lovers and the Page of Cups. So your biggest piece of advice here moving forward is ask yourself, okay, very important message that you have to ask yourself is, what am I holding on to still? Is this situation full of lust, or is it real, true love? And for many of you, you're going to be testing this love, or there's going to be something here about you really getting to the bottom of whether or not you're willing to forgive someone. There's something here, Sagittarius, about you still holding on to a situation that you need to ask yourself if it's worth your time and energy. Is this situation worth me moving forward into the future? And if it is, then Spirit is saying to move forward with it. But you're the one that's going to have to make a decision about whether or not it's worth holding on to something here that happened within a relationship. I'm also seeing your biggest piece of advice here is to forgive and accept something here that may have not worked out the way that you wanted to in a relationship, instead of holding on to pain and grudges, which is actually going to create some sort of detrimental energy within your connection. So forgiveness, healing, maybe being open to an opportunity in a relationship is something that's available to you, but you have to ask yourself if this is something that you truly want. And most importantly, is it something worth holding on to? Okay. So Sagittarius, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.